Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last part, we have made our way through the midsection of the castle to the far east side, and we are going to be headed up to take on our next boss, I believe, if I remember correctly, what's to come in this room. Now we're locked in. I don't know how we're going to do, but we're opening a portal to another world. If we take this boss on and get defeated, it's no worry really. We can come back later when we're stronger. But right now we're fighting the dark version of ourselves. I don't know how useful the Bible will be. It might be handy if we can block the daggers with our shield and trick him into getting hit with it a lot. He dodged and he hit me in the feet. Okay, he transformed into a bat, which is something we can't do yet. Unfair. Okay, yeah, he's sort of kicking our ass. This is reminiscent of the Shadow Link battles in Zelda. He often slashes the same time that you're going to slash. It's not as mirror image, though. It just happens to be that some of the better times to slash at him are also the better times to slash back at you, so... We're doing well so far, but I don't remember how much life this guy has. Oh, we've beaten him. Good. Back to hell with you. We got a level out of it. We're going to get a max health up, I believe. Nice. And we will continue on to the right. Get a sword out of it, the Gladius. What does the Gladius give us? It gives us strength up by 1. Every little bit helps. Doesn't seem to have any special attacks. It seems it may have a little bit more reach. Even if it doesn't, that 1 extra point of strength will help us out. We have an elevator that we can't get into yet. That will become handy later on, because it'll allow us to skip most of the fighting that goes all the way up this tower. We're going to go ahead and enter into here, which I believe might be the library. And I was right. These are some of my favorite enemies. The fencers carrying their own head. His name might be Yorick, which is kind of funny. The headless Shakespearean reference. With a skull from Shakespeare. I got an uncurse, which isn't really all that useful because when you're cursed it doesn't last that long. But who knows? We might need it one day. Now these Yoricks here have an occasional drop of a rapier, which has the special ability to lunge forward and do multiple attacks. And I would love to grab that, but as with most RPGs, you can't predict random drops. And we're not going to sit here and farm on a Let's Play, so let's just hope that we can pick that up. And if we can't, we'll see what we do get in the long run. One of my favorite parts about this game is its replayability. We got copper. It's going to be better than our leather, definitely. At least by 1. We're gradually getting a little bit better and a little bit better. Now, as I was saying, the replayability of this game is awesome because you never know with the random drops what you're going to end up with as your strongest weaponry. You might play through one time and you're using your favorite sword, and the next time you play through, you spend a good chunk of the game playing with an awesome gauntlet that shoots a fireball out of it. And in order to do that, you have to do the motion of a Hadoken from Street Fighter. Let's head up these stairs and see what's up here. These guys are flashing that sort of nuclear green and red color that usually indicates that it's a ghost that can curse you, which I've just gotten cursed. Can't hit at all. But we can use our Bible, and we'll save that uncurse for later. And we got another one. Okay, our Bible kills them in 1 hit, so we don't need to use that item. It'll wear off in a moment. Let me pick up enough hearts so we can just keep using the Bible for a little bit. Another interesting thing about having this Castlevania on the PlayStation was that they used the 32-bit graphics for sprites, which I really appreciate because I've always been a fan of sprite graphics. But they really intelligently used the limited 3D power that they knew that they had and didn't go all out and make a tacky 3D game. They made things that looked okay at the time, like rectangular books, that coffin. You know, they don't look terrible. They didn't try to make 3D people. And it's that understanding of the limitations of a system that really make a game that lasts throughout time, and you can come back to it again later. When you try to push the bounds of a system, you might make something that sells well at first, but then you come back to it later and it's, you know, it's Turok, you know. And you have to have, you know, some other sort of affinity for that game in order to come back to it. Here we have the librarian. He works for Dracula, but since I'm family, he'll work for me too. I cannot help one who opposes the master. Oh, there's money involved? In that case, feel free to tell me whatever you might need. Let's see if we can even buy anything yet. We've only picked up the one zircon. Did we get anything else? No. So we've got almost $3,000. Again, I accidentally hit X. Unlock jewel. We'll need this for those blue doors, so that's a given. We don't need anti-poison. We're not going to need the hammer. We don't have a fairy to use it on us anyway. A lot of these weapons we won't be needing. Now this can teleport us back to the librarian whenever we want. We may want to consider getting that one. We don't have enough to get a Damascus sword. Most of these better items we don't have enough for. Iron breastplate would up our defense. We don't really need a mantle that we can reverse the colors of. Now we will take this first map, because that'll be handy. And this will teach us Dark Metamorphosis. I could just as easily look it up on GameFAQs, but I'm going to play fair. We're going to pretend like we've never played the game before. And these other options let you go and get some insight into some of the enemies that you fought. Might tell you about weaknesses that you didn't know. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, we didn't buy anything here to use. But now we've got Dark Metamorphosis, which is half circle and then attack. And as long as you're glowing red, anything that you kill that bleeds, which I don't think there's anything in the library that does, but anything you kill that bleeds will give you, I think it gives you life? I don't think it's hearts. I think it's life. I guess we'll have to try it later and find out. We can't get up here yet. Come on, book. Gonna make our way to the next save point because we made some progress here and we don't want to lose it. Now we can kill these rapier swordsmen with 2 hits. So we can start using our more quick jumping slash and then ground slash to take them out before they can even attack us. Makes them much less of a threat. Ooh, what do we have here? Book of Spirits. I believe this is the one that lets you see the names of the enemies. Yes, good. So now we can see the new names of these enemies. What do we have here? What are your names? Weapon Encyclopedia. Kind of makes me wonder why some of them were changed. Yep, I thought I saw one that just kind of floated down and didn't die. Let's take a look at what level we are really quick. We're level 12. Now we have over 100 maximum HP. try out our new fighting style in a moment. These rapier swordsmen that we have down on the bottom floor on our way out. Un was the plant on the ground. I'm pretty methodical. I don't know if that's as entertaining as someone who just flies through a game or not, but being methodical is going to give us quite a few more levels between bosses. Nope, he almost hit us. Damn! Wow, that was really close. Almost got cursed again. Again, nothing big about a curse, just that we can't attack while under that curse state. Alright, let's try it out. See, much quicker. Level 13. Make our way out to the side wall. And if we can make our way all the way up the side wall, I believe there's a save room at the top. That'll be our goal for this episode. Make it there. Still can't make it through into the elevator yet, so we have to take these guys on one-on-one. Pikemen. Not too difficult. Most of these enemies not too difficult alone. In groups of 2 or 3, they become a little bit more of a challenge, like these guys. But they have to reload their muskets, because we're only in 17-something, or whatever year this game takes place. This trinket here looks like a wolf power-up, but we can't get through. It's either the ability to turn into a wolf, or one of the abilities that the wolf gets once you already can. We're entering into Medusa Head territory. These are just as treacherous as they were in the previous Castlevania games, and this guy here we could just as easily leave behind, but he's going to give us a ton of experience if we can take him out without dying. Good. For a moment there I thought his possessed sword would come back. There's $100 hiding behind him, so it was worth it. As long as we don't get our asses handed to us by Medusa Heads. I believe this is going to start the elevator for us. Good. Nope. Almost got hit. Now, blue Medusa Heads are not as bad as yellow Medusa Heads. They petrify you on contact. That's much worse. We're going to skip that door and come up here. Where I think... Yes. This is going to be our save room for this episode. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I recommend that you do so that you get updates. It also helps us grow as we become a YouTube partner, things like that. It will help us to provide you with better experience with the content and more updates. I will see you next time.